Stylers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm Bree, and welcome to Modern Living with Bree, where I share DIYs, decorating, and organization to keep my modern home comfortable and beautiful, while providing ideas and inspiration for your home. Coming up for today. So here are all the pots, pans, and miscellaneous cookware that was stuffed in that cabinet. Unbelievable. I wouldn't believe it if somebody told me. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to organize these in 3 sections. One section is for me to keep, this other is for me to give away, and the third is for me to store in another area of the home. Here is the group of pans and pots that we are keeping. Here's our big roaster here. Well, not roaster, our big pot here. And our strainers and that metal bowl and my little sauce container here. These are things that I use regularly. Here are the items that I will be giving away. These old pots that I had. I don't even have the set anymore. And these I purchased from Dollar Tree years ago. And my, that's not a bundt pan, a pound cake pan. I don't make pound cakes anymore. And over here are the things that I will be storing away. Since it's only 2 in our family, we do have people over that stays over for the holidays or what have you. So we need bigger pots to cook things. And I don't want to give these away. We have a huge pot there, a huge skillet. We have a cheesecake spring pan, and I have a bowl and a strainer. That's at the bottom here. And these are the things that I will be storing in another area of the home. So here's where we are going to store my dry goods. And it's very, very convenient because if I step away here, you can see that here's the stove and there is the refrigerator. And this cabinet is right here. So I have everything I need to bake or to prepare and make meals right here at this counter. And most of you, if you have not seen my spices organization, that is in this drawer. So when I open this drawer, you'll see there are 2 pull-out drawers. The top one is the one that we're concentrating on for my dry goods. And as you can see that it has already the black mat in here that grips the that will be gripping the containers that I will have stored in here so they won't move around when I pull open a drawer. And what I also did is I painted these. We took these drawers out and I painted them. And if you guys have not seen the spice drawer video, I will link that in the iCard above, and you can see how we did that, how we painted them and set up the spice drawer. So these are the containers I am so excited that we will be using for our dry goods, our daily cooking essentials in these containers. And I love it because it's clear on the top and it's clear on the container itself, so I can easily look to see what's in here. And this is the half container. As you can see, it's a half of this container here, which is the full container that I'm using in this system. They are very simple and very sleek, very modern looking. Temporarily place labels on here so I know what I would be storing in the full size and a half size container. So the first 3 is the Bisquick, powdered milk, and granulated sugar. The next 3 is flour, grits, and oatmeal. And the last 6 of half sizes, I have brown sugar and powdered sugar, baking soda and baking powder, and breadcrumbs and cornmeal. And that's how I will be storing them in the drawer. So what I'm going to do is clean off these tops since my hand's been all over it. I've already washed these, guys, so they already been washed. You can't put these in the dishwasher because that's one of the things that the instruction says they're not dishwasher safe. So you have to hand wash these. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off the tops with all my fingerprints, and then we're going to actually put the permanent labels on there before we fill up the containers. So we have our book of labels. These are the same type of labels that I use for my seasonings. They're in the same style and everything, so everything would match nicely. So we're here at the pantry labels, and this one has all the flour and all-purpose and baking soda labels here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel these off. I peeled off the first one, which will say all-purpose flour. And I'll let you see what it looks like. Very minimal, very simplistic, love it. And we're going to take our container that says flour on it. So I like the size of this label because I can still see what type of an ingredient is on the top by looking right inside here. Because that's what it looks like. I'm so excited. So before we move on to the next page, I think it might be something else on here. Yeah, baking powder. And I think the baking powder is on a smaller. Yeah, so this is baking powder and baking soda. So we're going to put our baking powder on here. Eyeball it. Let me get, so you can eyeball this. Get the hang of it once I do a few. So that's the baking powder. And let's see anything else on here. This says 00 flour. I don't know what that means, but I do some kind of flour. I got to figure out what that means. So we have baking soda on this page. These labels can be wiped down. They're waterproof, and they can be easily lifted up if you misplaced the label. You can easily peel them right back up. And I love that they're waterproof. So we use this one to make sure. So you peel right back up. I love that. Love that. Okay, we have our baking soda and our baking powder label. Let's see if anything else on here. Breadcrumbs on here. So we have that. So that's this one. And it makes it so easy to locate these because they're all in alphabetical order. That was the same with the seasonings. They were all in alphabetical order, so it was very easy to locate what you need. Let's see. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of these on fast forward and give you some music and you can just watch. Okay, I think I'm finished. So just in case I haven't shared with you guys, these labels I purchased from Amazon. They're of a Happy Kind Pantry and Spice label set, white modern minimalist. It has 339 total, 192 for pantry and 147 for spices. So this book has every spice and every pantry item that you can think of. And if it's not in here, they have blank ones in here that you can create your own. This is the medium size. So they have another one that's really, really tall. And I think that one's like $18.99. I believe this one is something like $14.99, and a small one might be $8.99, something like that. We have our Bisquick. I love making pancakes and waffles with this. And you can also bake with this flour. But I normally use baking flour for baking if I want to make a cake or something, shortbread, something like that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that in here. I also purchased some scoopers that I washed from Amazon. I had to go through not too many to see what size that they were talking about, but I ordered 2 before this one and they were too big. So I finally came across the size I like. This is just the right size to scoop up how much you need and to cook with and to measure. So we have our first container filled with our scooper. So yes, now we're gonna go to our all-purpose flour, which I think I need to purchase some more because I only have a little bit. So this in here. And add a scooper. Now, this set came with 12, I believe it is. 12 scoopers per set. And I think I have about 12 containers. That worked out well. And I see fingerprints. Can't stand fingerprints on clear containers or tables or whatever. I just can't stand the fingerprints. All right. I thought I wiped them out. I guess I didn't do it that good. So we have our all-purpose flour there. Now we're going to do our sugar. I did not know they had so many sugars. I knew it like brown sugar, powdered sugar, different kinds like that, you know, that people use or I use. But they had different types of sugar I never heard of. Okay, so I don't think all of this is going to fit in here, so put this to the side, and we'll add our top. Oh, look, it's so nice! Look at that! It's so nice! It's so nice. Let me show you. Look at that! And so you can see down in there to see what you have, and I love that because then you know if you need to fill it up or not. That's the good thing. We are finally done, so let me share with you what it looks like. I am so excited. I am loving this. I should have done this a long time ago, but here it is, and everything is looking very nice. So let me share with you what we have here. So the first thing we have is our all-purpose flour, pancake mix, and sugar. And then the second row we have grits. We also have the powdered milk, and then we have powdered sugar. And then the last rows, we have the oats. Now, there's the oats, there's baking powder, and the breadcrumbs. Now, of course, we have a second row up under here where there's oats, there will be oatmeal. Where there's baking powder, there will be baking soda. And then where there's breadcrumbs, there will also be cornmeal. So this is so easy. I could just take the containers and put them on top of the counter, start cooking. Once I'm finished with it, put it right back. Everything is right here when I need it and close to the stove. So I'm loving this. So next we are going to tackle the last pull-out drawer. Now what we're going to put here is store some of my pans and pots that I use on a daily basis. To organize our pots and pans, we are going to be using this expanding cookware organizer from Temu. I purchased it for about $16.99. As it says, it expands to about, I say about 5 slots to maybe about 8 or 9 slots. And you have about 7 dividers to organize all of your pans, pots, lids, or even plates. So this is what we'll be using. So I'm going to do kind of a dry run because I haven't pre-fitted the pots yet. So we're going to see what pots will fit in what slot. So I'm going to start with the smallest one here on the end. Here are our pots here that I use on a daily basis. And like I said, we're going to start with this small one and see will it fit. And no, it doesn't fit on the end there. So we're going to use the next to the biggest one. Yes, with this one will fit nicely. Now we'll use the medium size pan, and then lastly we will use the largest fryer. And these, like I said, are pans and pots that I use on a daily basis. And since we don't have any more slots, we're going to just place our pot right there on the mat, and everything is set. I am so excited because I could just pull this out and get the pans or pots that I need to cook. And once I'm done, wash them and put them right back. Very, very easy. So here we have all of our pullouts and drawers ready for our cooking and our seasonings. And I am very happy how my daily cooking essentials came out. I hope you guys received a lot of ideas and inspiration to create your own, and I can't wait to use this. I'm very excited. So glad you guys stopped by today. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Go ahead and click that thumbs up. If you my Bree Stylers, love you so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. You made it to the end of the video, so you must like what you see. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel? It doesn't cost a thing, and I love to have you part of the Bree Style family. Also, click the notification bell twice so you'll be notified when I upload. I see you on the next one. Smooches!